Neal, goalless here this afternoon. Would that say, on reflection, is that a fair point?
I didn't think we probably did enough to win it. I thought first half was scrappy. Everything I thought they were intense, pressed us, smothered us, didn't give us any breathing space, forced us into balls we didn't want to play at times, and we got caught up a little bit in that. But I did say to the boys, look, the first 45 minutes is going to be a really tough game, and don't panic yourself if it's not going the way you want it to. And that was my message for the game, because I knew they'd press us, which they did, they'd try and turn us, which they did, and they're not easy no matter what level you play at. When teams run hard and press you and smother and condense the pitch, it's not easy. Second half I thought we was just starting to grow in the game and sort of get a little bit more onus on the pitch, and then the sending off happened, and I thought the response to the sending off was excellent. We changed our shape a little bit, started passing the ball, and we created a couple of good moments, and obviously got their man sent off at that point. It was half a yard away from a penalty. I'd have rather that. I'd have rather played 10v11 and been 1-0 up, because I think we'd have won the game. But they're the small margins. I think Ozzy's was a penalty. I think anywhere else on the pitch, when Ozzy takes him on and the guy don't play the ball, just bulldozes him over without playing the ball, I think anywhere else on the pitch the ref gives a free kick, and that's unfortunate. But we didn't quite have that magic touch in the final third today.
Does it feel like the game needed that sort of sending off to ignite us as such? It felt like they came here with a plan to frustrate us, and once the sending off did occur, it seemed like the game sprung to life. Well,
it was weird because me and Quinny were just about to make a substitution and change the shape and sort of really try and put the onus on, put two up and cause some problems. So that put pay to that, because it's just as we was about to do it, it happened, and we had to have a little bit of a rethink. But I was confident second half we would be the team most likely to go and win the game. I thought they couldn't keep the intensity up that they did first half. That was our plan, to sort of go and, as the game grew, go and really impose ourselves on it, and I thought that would happen. And like I say, today we put loads of good crosses in. I don't know how many crosses we got in, but we just didn't get across people, didn't get on the end of it. That's why Roon's come on, but we couldn't quite get that finishing touch.
Let's talk about the two red cards. The first one, Tranos, did you see much of that one?
I didn't. I was talking to Quinny, and then I looked round and there was a kerfuffle on the side, and I said, what happened? Quinny didn't see it either. So by the time we looked round, I presume he's raised his hands to the guy, and once you raise your hands, that's what happens.
And Dallo just threw on goal just at that point. I suppose if he gets that extra yard, he's in the box, and that could be 1-0 there.
Yeah, I'd have rather that. I'd have rather, even if the guy, to be fair, it was a professional foul anyway, so he should have got sent off, but I would have rather, even if it was 10v11, I'd have rather have scored, got a penalty or scored it, and I'd have thought we'd have held on and won the game. But they're the small margins of football, unfortunately.
The closing stages, we were the side piling on the pressure, and plenty of balls into the box, just couldn't quite get the body in there to nod it back in.
No, I think we just started doing them from a bit deeper, and I kept trying to shout on, let's work one good chance or two good chances, rather than keep putting balls in there, because there's meat and drink for centre halves in this level. And yeah, listen, I can't fault the lads. We've got 7 points out of 9 this week. The boys have given everything. I think we've been good in the games. We've deserved at least the 7 points. And you just got to keep chipping away. You're never going to win every game. Every game's never going to just go the way you want it to. And today we had to battle and fight and scrap to get control of it. And then we just lacked that final third little piece at the end.
I know you spoke a lot recently about utilising the squad, and you did so again today with 4 changes, and that shows. I know there's a couple of players out, but at the disposal, you bring Ozzy on, and a player like that, he produced a really good display out there.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be fair to put him to the well again after his first 60 minutes, because I knew he'd be a bit stiff and have some DOMs. But no, I look at the game and I work out what players, if I feel we need athleticism all around the pitch, I'll pick the team that gives us most of that. If I feel we need 2 forwards and a goal threat, I'll pick the team that suits that. And that's what I'll do next week. I won't worry about who's in and who's out, because they're all good enough, and they can, like I say, they knock on my door if they want to, which they will. But it's a good squad, and we can hopefully go far with it.
Just a word on those out injured at the moment. Danny Newsom missed out in the squad today.
Yeah, Newts has hurt his hip. He came off on Tuesday, with his hip. So and it's still really sore. Carl Hoodlin was ill Monday, went home with stomach cramps and a bit of a stomach bug, so he didn't come back until Friday. So he was off all week. Gooch, I wasn't 100% whether if I put him in and he was still hadn't properly recovered from a sickness bug. I wasn't 100% sure that was fair to him. So, the team was, it's only probably Runes that was unfortunate to miss out. But I just felt we would have been better with. I felt the game was going to be better with one striker and one being able to play between the lines.
The point and the clean sheet keeps the run going, and although you couldn't win the game, I suppose that's a positive. You didn't lose it, and the run continues.
Yeah, no, you just got to keep chipping away. You never get what you want. Everyone looks Yeovil, oh, we should win that. We beat Halifax, we did this, but it doesn't work that way. And I knew this would be tough. Yes, of course, we try to win the game, but you've just got to take what comes. And keeping a clean sheet shouldn't be balked at, no matter what, because they put a load of long throws in, they put a load of balls into our box, and you have to defend that. And the boys saw their job through. It gave us a chance to win the game, but we just lacked that finishing touch today. Just
a final note on next weekend's trip to Wigan, a whole week ahead of that, and I guess the players will be all keen to start in that. The only one missing will be obviously Jordan Cranston.
Yeah, good. I hope they are all, and the games after that, Notts County, Chesterfield, Grimsby, they all roll off the tongue. So hopefully everyone wants to be part of it. But like I said, I'll pick the team I think can win the game. We've got some good players here, and all of them can play a part. So hopefully they all think if they train well, they put themselves in the frame for it, and we'll see where we go. We've got to decide first how we're going to tackle the game and how we're going to try and cause Wigan a problem.